Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayana Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhirayet Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhāgavata-sevayā Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 9, Brahma's Prayers for Creative Energy. Brahma Vacha Jnatosi Medhya Surichandanu Deha Bhajam Nagnayate Bhagavato Gatirit Ityavyadyam Nanyatvad Asti Bhagavan Apitanna Shuddham Maya Guna Vyatikarat Yat Urur Vibhasi. Lord Brahma said, O my Lord, today after many, many years of penance, I have come to know about you. Oh, how unfortunate the embodied living entities are that they are unable to know your personality. My Lord, you are the only knowable object because there is nothing supreme beyond you. If there is anything supposedly superior to you, it is not the absolute. You exist as the supreme by exhibiting the creative energy of matter. रूपं यत् एतद् अवबोधरसोदयेन सस्वन्निवृत्ततमसा सद् अनुग्रहाय आदौ गृहीतमवतारसतैकबीजं यन्नाभिपद्मं भवनादहम् अवीरासम्. The form which I see is eternally freed from material contamination and has advented to show mercy to the devotees as a manifestation of internal potency. This incarnation is the origin of many other incarnations, and I am born from the lotus flower grown from your navel home. Natah parama paramam नातः परं परं यद्भवतः स्वरूपम् आनन्दमात्रम् अविकल्पम् अविद्धवर्चः पश्यामि विश्वसृजमेकमविश्वात्मन् भूतेन्द्रियात्मकमदस्त उपाश्रितोऽस्मि. O my Lord, I do not see a form superior to your present form of eternal bliss and knowledge. In your impersonal Brahman effulgence in the spiritual sky, there is no occasional change and no deterioration of internal potency. I surrender unto you because whereas I am proud of my material body and senses, your lordship is the cause of the cosmic manifestation, and yet you are untouched by matter. तद्वा इदं भुवनमङ्गलमङ्गलाय ध्याने स्मनो दर्शितं त उपासकानां तस्मै नमो भगवतेऽनुविधेम तुभ्यं यो नादृतो नरकाभाग्भिरसत्प्रसङ्गैः. This present form or any transcendental form exhibited by the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna is equally auspicious for all the universes. Since you have manifested this eternal personal form upon whom your devotees meditate, I therefore offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Those who are destined to be dispatched to the path of hell neglect your personal form because of speculating on material topics. ये तु त्वदीयचरणाम्बुजकोशगन्धं जिङ्घ्रान्ति कर्णविवर्है श्रुतिवातनीतं भक्त्या गृहीतचरणः परया च तेषां न पैषि नाथ हृदयाम्बुरुहात् स्वपुंसाम्. O my Lord, persons who smell the aroma of your lotus feet carried by the air of Vedic sound through the holes of the ears accept your devotional service. For them you are never separated from the lotus of their hearts. तावद्भयद्रविणः देहसुहृन्निमित्तं शोकः स्पृहा परिभवो विपुलश्च लोभः तावन् ममेति असदवग्रह आर्तिमूलं यावन्न तेन गृहम् अभयं प्रवृणीतलोकः. O my Lord, the people of of the world are embarrassed by all material anxieties. They are always afraid. They always try to protect wealth, body, and friends, and they are filled with lamentation and unlawful desires and paraphernalia, and they avariciously base their undertakings on the perishable conceptions of my and mine. As long as they do not take shelter of your safe lotus feet, they are full of such anxieties. दैवेन दैवेन ते हतधियो भवतः प्रसङ्गात् सर्वाशुभोपशमनात् विमुखेन्द्र ये कुर्वन्ति कामसुकलेशलवाय दीना लोभाभिभूत मनसो कुशलानि सस्वत्. O my Lord, persons who are bereft of the all auspicious performance of chanting and hearing about your transcendental activities are certainly unfortunate and are also bereft of good sense. They engage in inauspicious activities, enjoying sense gratification for a very little while. क्षुत्रत्रिधातुभिरिममुहुरर्ध्यमानाः शीतोष्णवाता वरसै इतरेतरश्च कामाग्निनाच्युतरुषा च सुदुर्भरेण सम्पश्यतो मन उरुक्रमसीदते मे. O great actor, my lord, all these poor creatures are constantly perplexed by hunger, thirst, severe cold, secretion, and bile, attacked by coughing winter, blasting summer, rains, and many other disturbing elements, and overwhelmed by strong sex urges and indefatigable anger. I take pity on them, and I am very much aggrieved for them. यावत् पृथक्त्वम् इदम् आत्मन इन्द्रियार्थ्या मायाबलं भगवतो जन ईश पश्येत् तावन्न संसृतिरसौ प्रतिसङ्क्रमेत व्यर्थापि दुःखनिवहं विहति क्रियार्था. O my Lord, the material miseries are without factual existence for the soul. Yet, as long as the conditioned soul sees the body as meant for sense enjoyment, he cannot get out of the entanglement of material miseries, being influenced by your external energy. अह्यर्पितार्थकरणानिशिनिश्ययाना नानामनोरथदियक्षणभग्न दैवाहतार्थरचनारशयोऽपि देवा युष्मत्प्रसङ्गविमुखा इह संसरन्ति. Such non-devotees engage their senses in very troublesome and extensive work, and they suffer insomnia at night because their intelligence constantly breaks their sleep with various mental speculations. They are frustrated in all their various plans by supernatural power. Even great sages, if they are against your transcendental topics, must rotate in this material world. त्वं भक्तियोगपरिभावितहृत्सरोजा आस्ये श्रुतेक्षितपतो ननु नाथ पुंसां यद्यद्धियात उरुगाय विभावयन्ति तत्तद्वपुः प्रणयसे सत् अनुग्रहाय. O my Lord, your devotees can see you through the ears by the process of bona fide hearing, and thus their hearts become cleansed, and you take your seat there. You are so merciful to your devotees that you manifest yourself in the particular eternal form of transcendence in which they always think of you. नाति प्रसीदति ततोपचितोपचारेर् हृदि बद्धकामये यत्सर्वभूतदयसाद् दयया सद् अलभ्ययैको नानाजनेष्ववहितः सुहृद् अन्तरात्मा. O my Lord, you are not very much satisfied by the worship of the demigods, who arrange for your worship very pompously with various paraphernalia. but who are full of material hankerings. You are situated in everyone's heart as a super soul just to show your causeless mercy, and you are the eternal well wisher, but you are unavailable for the non devotee. पुंसामतो विविधकर्मभिरव अध्वराध्ये दानेन चोग्रतपसा परिचर्यया च आराधनं भगवतस्तव क्रियार्थो धर्मोऽर्पितः कर्हिचित् म्रियते न यत्र. But the pious activities of the people, such as performance of Vedic rituals, charity, austere penances, and transcendental service, performed with a view to worship you and satisfy you by offering you the fruitful results, are also beneficial. Such acts of religion never go in vain. सस्वत्स्वरूपमहसैव निपीत भेदमोहाय बोध धीशनाय नमः परस्मै विश्वोद्भवस्थितिलयेषु निमित्तलीलारसाय ते नम इदं चक्रमेश्वराय. Let me offer my obeisances unto the Supreme Transcendence, who is eternally distinguished by his internal potency. His indistinguishable personal feature is realized by the intelligence for self realization. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him who, by his pastimes, enjoys the creation, maintenance, and dissolution of the cosmic manifestation. यस्यावतारगुणकर्मविडम्बनानि नामानि येषु विगमे विवशा गृह्णन्ति तेनैकजन्मशमलं सहसैव हित्वा संयान्ति अपावृतामृततम् अजं प्रपद्ये. Let me take shelter of the lotus feet of him whose incarnations, qualities, and activities are mysterious imitations of worldly affairs. One who invokes his transcendental names even unconsciously at the time of he quits this life, is certainly washed immediately of all the sins of many, many births and attains him without fail. यो वाहं च गिरिशश्च विभुः स्वयं च स्थिति उद्भव प्रलय हेतवात्ममूलं भित्त्वा त्रिपादवृदत् एक उरुप्ररोहस् तस्मै नमो भगवते भुवन Your Lordship is the prime root of the tree of the planetary systems. This tree has grown by first penetrating the material nature in three trunks as me, Shiva, and you, the Almighty for creation, maintenance, and dissolution. And we three have grown with many branches. Therefore, I offer my obeisances unto you, the tree of the cosmic manifestation. लोको विकर्म निरतः कुशले प्रमत्तः कर्मण्ये अयं कर्मण्ययम् sorry. लोको विकर्म निरतः कुशले प्रमत्तः कर्मण्ययत्वद् उदिते भवद् अर्चने स्वे यस्तावत् अस्य बलवान् इह जीवित सन् सद्यश्चिनत्ति animishaya namostu tasmai. People in general all engage in foolish acts, not in the really beneficial activities enunciated directly by you for their guidance. As long as their tendency for foolish work remains powerful, all their plans in the struggle for existence will be cut to pieces. I therefore offer my obeisances unto him who acts as eternal time. यस्माद् बिभेमि अहमपि द्विपरार्धधिष्ण्यम् अध्यासित सकललोकनमस्कृतयम् तेपे तपो बहुसवो वरुरुत्समानस् तस्मै नमो भगवते धीमकाय तुभ्यम्. Your Lordship, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, who are indefatigable, time, and the enjoyer of all sacrifices. Although I am situated in an abode which will continue to exist for a time duration of two pararthas, although I am the leader of all other planets in the universe, and although I have undergone many, many years of penance for self realization, still I offer my respects unto you. तिर्यन्मनुष्य विबुधादिषु जीवयोनिष्व आत्मेच्छयात्मकृतसेतुपरीक्षय यः रेमे निरस्तविषयोऽपि अवरुद्धदेहस्तस्मै नमो भगवते पुरुषोत्तमाय. O my Lord, by your own will, you appear in various species of living entities, among animals lower than human beings, as well as among the demigods, to perform your transcendental pastimes. You are not affected by mental contamination. You come just to fulfill the obligations of your own principles of religion, and therefore, O Supreme Personality, I offer my obeisances unto you for manifesting such different forms. यो विद्ययानुपहतोऽपि दशार्धवृत्त्यां निद्राम् उवाह जगरीत् कृतलोकयात्रः अन्तर्जले हि कशिपु स्पर्श स्पर्शानुकूलां भीमोर्मि मालिनीर्जनस्य सुखं विवृत्वन्. My Lord, you accept the pleasure of sleeping in the water of devastation, where there is a violent waves, and you enjoy pleasure on the bed of snakes, showing the happiness of your sleep to intelligent persons. At that time, all the universal planets are stationed within your abdomen. यन्नाभिपद्मभवनादहमासम् ईड्यः लोकत्रयोपकरणो यद् अनुग्रहेण तस्मै नमस्तु उदरस्थभवाय योगा निद्रावसानविकरस्नलिनेक्षणाय. O object of my worship, I am born from the house of your lotus navel for the purpose of creating the universe by your mercy. All these planets of the universe were stationed within your transcendental abdomen while you were enjoying sleep. Now, your sleep having ended, your eyes are open like blossoming lotuses in the morning. सोऽयं समस्तजगतां सुहृद् एक आत्मा सत्त्वेन यन्मृदयते भगवान् भागेन तेनैव मे दृशमनुस्पृशताद् यथाहं श्रक्ष्यामि पूर्ववत् इदं प्रणतः प्रियोऽसौ. Let the Supreme Lord be merciful towards me. He is the one friend and soul of all living entities in the world, and He maintains all for their ultimate happiness by His six transcendental opulences. May He be merciful towards me so that I, as before, may be empowered with the introspection to create, for I am also one of the surrendered souls who are dear to the Lord. एष प्रपन्नवरदो रमयात्मशक्त्या यत् यत् करिष्यति गृहीतगुणावतारः तस्मिन् स्वविक्रमम् इदं सृजतोऽपि चेतो युञ्जीत कर्म समलं च यथा विजह्याम्. The Supreme Lord, the personality of Godhead, is always the benefactor of the surrendered souls. His activities are always enacted through his internal potency, Rama, or goddess of fortune. Sorry, through his internal potency, Rama, or the goddess of fortune. I pray only to engage in his service in the creation of material world, and I pray that I not be materially affected by my works, for thus I may be able to give up the false prestige of being the creator. नाभिहृदाद् इह सतोऽम्भसि यस्य पुंसो विज्ञानशक्तिरहमासम् अनन्तशक्तेः रूपं विचित्रमिदमस्य विवृण्वतो मे मारीरिषयितो निगमस्य गिरां विसर्गः. The Lord's potencies are innumerable. As he lies down in the water of devastation, I am born as a total universal energy from the navel lake in which the lotus sprouts. I am now engaged in manifesting his diverse energies in the form of cosmic manifestation. I therefore pray that in the course of my material activities, I may not be deviated from the vibration of the Vedic hymns. सोऽसावदभ्र करुणो भगवान् विवृद्धा प्रेम स्मितेन नयनाम्बुरुहं विजृम्भन् उत्थाय विश्वविजयाय च नो विषादं माध्वागिरापनयतात् पुरुषः स पुराणः. The Lord, who is the supreme and is the oldest of all, is unlimitedly merciful. I wish that He may smilingly bestow His benediction upon me by opening His lotus eyes. He can uplift the entire cosmic creation and remove our dejection by kindly speaking His directions. मैत्रेय उवाच स्वसम्भवन्निशां य एवं तपोविद्या समाधिभिः यावन्मनोवचः स्तुत्वा विवराम स किन्नवत्. The sage Maitreya said, O Vidura, after observing the source of his appearance, namely the personality of Godhead, Brahma prayed for his mercy as far as his mind and words would permit him. Thus, having prayed, he became silent, as if tired from his activities of penance, knowledge, and mental concentration. अथाभिप्रेतम् अन्वीक्ष्य ब्रह्मणो मधुसूदनः विषण्णचेतसां तेन कल्पव्यतिकराम्बसा लोकसमस्तान् विज्ञान आत्मनः परिखीड्यतः तम् आहागाधाय वाचा कश्मलं समयन् इव. The Lord saw that Brahma was very anxious about the planning and construction of different planetary systems and was depressed upon seeing the devastating water. He could understand the intention of Brahma, and thus he spoke in deep, thoughtful words, removing all the illusion that has arisen. Hare Krishna. We'll stop here. We'll cover the second part tomorrow. Hare Krishna. So this particular prayers of Brahma are amazing. Why? For good reason, because Brahma has four heads. He is the most super intelligent person in the universe and also great devotee of the Lord. So in this chapter we are seeing through these prayers, I have when I was going through the purports, yeah, this was in August 2021. At that time, I liked this chapter so much because this says so many important points that Prabhupada brings it up, but I'll try to keep it short in next 10 minutes to go through. And for that purpose, I also refer our dear Gaurang Darshan Prabhu's Bhagavad Shubhardhini. Sound check, everything is fine, clear?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. So here we see that Lord Brahma is offering his prayers to the Supreme Lord. After years of penance, I am now able to know you by your mercy. So it's not possible to see the Lord by our own just endeavor. There's also a very important aspect of mercy, and of course the mercy. Lord is so much touched, and when Lord is served and if Lord is pleased, the mercy flows. And here Brahma being a devotee, so so Brahma is saying people who do not know you are unfortunate. This is what Brahma is saying. Nothing is comparable with you. Impure objects appear superior to you because of transformation of material modes of Maya. This is amazing. If you read only the translation, I'll just read the translation of the first verse. Yeah. It says, oh, how unfortunate the embodied living entities are that they are unable to know your personality. So till here it's okay. My Lord, you are the only knowable object because there is nothing supreme beyond you. This is fine. Now comes the third part. If there is anything supposedly superior to you, it is not the absolute. What does that mean? It's very difficult to understand. And that's why we see in the purport it is that if there is anything that is superior to the Lord, it can be only his illusory energy, which is Maya. which means now there is nothing superior to him, because after all, this external energy is also his own energy. So, and Prabhupada writes this first verse purport itself, the highest peak of ignorance of living entity who are conditioned by material bodies is that they are unaware of the supreme cause of the cosmic manifestation. Anyway, it goes further. And then Lord Brahma goes into his saying the form which I see is eternally freed from material contamination. Uh, this incarnation is the origin of many other incarnations, and I am born from the lotus flower grown from your navel home. So uh, that's how we should trace our existence, our source. Rather, we are trying to find our source from matter, whereas Brahma is showing the source is Adav, the root of hundreds of incarnations come from you. Avatara Shata Eka Bijam. Bijam means seed. And seed for what? Everything. Just like one seed can manifest the whole banyan tree to which there are roots, there are fruits, there are leaves, branches, trunk, everything. So that root is the Lord, from whose navel the lotus is sprouted on which I am born. Yad nabi padma bhavanat aham avirasam. Then the supreme, your impersonal Brahman effulgence, Ananda Matram, is without changes or deterioration of potency. Our energy, how can we different? Sometimes we know what is the, how to know who is God and who is not God. Or one who is God means his energy is always, there is no deterioration, he is fully surcharged and always happy. After we work for some time, we get tired and we want a break. So Lord is not like that. And but I am, and here third verse, Brahma is saying, I am proud. uh, but I am proud of my body and senses surrendered unto your transcendental personal form, which includes Brahman. But it's amazing to see, though you are the creator of everything, I'm just creating one universe, and with that I'm already feeling puffed up. You create so many things, but you are untouched by material modes of nature. Um, so that's why surrender to you. Why surrender to this personal form is mentioned. Sri Krishna's form creates auspiciousness for all the universes. Bhuvana Mangala Mangalaya. Huh. We know this alaya. Mangalaya means it's kind of epitome of all auspiciousness, or a temple of all auspicious, and are manifested for the devotees. Persons destined for hell, Naraka Bhag neglect this personal form and speculate on mental topics or material topics, or Asat Prasangaihi. Not about true topics, but Asat Prasangaihi. Dwellers, and then it goes, Te, yeah, ye tu Tvadiya Charanambuja Kosha Gandham Jigranti Karna Vivarnai Shruti Vata Niitam Bhaktya Grihita Charana Paraya Cha Tesham Naipaisi Natha Hridayambuhurutta Swapumsam. He's saying, amazing is the devotees. Why? Because who smell through ears. Amazing, huh? It's not so easy. We usually smell through our nose, but devotees, they smell through ears. Because just like how our nose is attracted to something which is fragrant, ears are attracted to the fragrance of the Vedic summary. You are never separated from the devotee's heart who smell through their ear holes the aroma of your lotus feet carried by the air of Vedas. So the Vedas, essence of Vedas, or the fragrance or aroma of the Vedas is actually what? It is to it is nothing but the lotus feet of the Lord. Huh? And carried by the air, and accept those feet as the greatest treasure through bhakti. Mm. And then it goes further. Huh? But then what happens is that misidentification causes anxiety as long as they do not take shelter of your safe lotus feet. Anghrim Abhayam. Abhayam is taking shelter. Anghrim, Pada the feet. People imbued with aham, mameti concept of me and mine uh, are full of anxiety. Arti moolam. Arti means distress, moolam means root. So they are fully mm, in distress. What is the cause of, what is the root of it? Because of mameti, because of thinking that I am this body, for protecting their wealth, body, and friends. Uh, and that's why what do? Lost in their intelligence due to offenses, turn against the auspicious topics about you, and engage in inauspicious activities. Akushalani. Kushala means auspicious, akushalani of temporary sense gratification. And then what happens because of that? Kshut trit tridhatu bhir ima muhur ardha ardhya mana hitoshna vata varasai itare charasta कामाग्नि कामाग्नि नाच्युत रुषा च सुदुर्भरेण संस्यतो मनो urukrama सीदते me. It says, because of this, the mind is aggrieved for the poor creatures constantly perplexed by hunger, thirst, uh, kapha, pitta, vata, these three things, and blasting heat, severe cold, wind, rain, all these things are disturbing. Um, and he is saying, as long as the jiva is being influenced by Maya, sees body as the means for sense enjoyment, he cannot get out of material miseries which otherwise have no factual existence. It means that we create our own distress. Why? Because we think I am this body. uh, and then the frustrations of the non-devotees are like they engage in senses in distressing works which are not good, and because of that they can't sleep properly, they speculate all the time. No, nana manoratha diya, manoratha, so always speculating, frustrated in their plans. Ahat artha rachana, and even jnanis continue in sansar if they are averse to your topics. Saying so, and then uh, um, he is saying, you mercifully. From here he says, Lord takes care of devotees. How? Lord Brahma is saying, you mercifully reside in the lotus-like hearts of the devotees, which are infused with bhakti yoga. They see you through the ears in the form that they always particularly think of you. हाँ, and त्वं भक्ति योग परिभावित हृत सरोजा आसे श्रुतेक्षित पथो ननु नाथ पुंसाम यद यद दियात उरुगाय विभावयन्ति तत् तद् वपुः प्रणयसे सद अनुग्रहाय. So, and then Lord reciprocation is with devotees not so satisfied as they worship for material benefits, but devotees he is very much pleased as they show mercy to all beings, and non-devotees he is not available at all. Of course, he is present in the heart, just but he is saying, okay, when he is not interested, when let him enjoy as per his plans. Actions offered to the Lord, activities like Vedic rituals, charity, severe austerity, and transcendental service, performed with a view to worship you and to satisfy you, never go in vain. Hmm. And that's why he says, Lord Brahma from 14th verse is saying, I offer my obeisances unto the Lord, who is Brahman, worshipped by jnanis, realized by intelligence for self-realization, worshipped as Brahma, worshipped by the devotees, yeah, Bhagavan in the form of Bhagavan, as Garbhodakashai Vishnu. He enjoys pastimes of creation, maintenance, and dissolution. Uh, so, uh, Brahma indirectly offers obeisances to Krishna who enjoys rasa. Rasa here, rasa lila, but he doesn't say in Bhagavatam directly. Huh? And then merciful holy names, one who chants the holy names of the Lord, whose incarnations, qualities, activities are mysterious, even unconsciously at the time of death, is freed from all sins and attain Him. That is the power here, verse number 15. I'll also mention what is the beauty of verse number 25. So we are at 15. The cosmic tree, you are the prime root of the tree of the cosmic manifestation, which has three trunks as me, Shiva, and you, and expands with multiple branches. And and Brahma is saying, I am present in the two pararthas, yeah, each 50 years of Brahma, yeah. One parartha is very long, like 4, 3, 8 zeros times 30 times 12 times 100 solar years. So big. And twice of that is Lord's Brahma life. So various transcendental form, you appear in various species among animals, humans, demigods to perform transcendental pastimes and also to fulfill obligations of your own principles. So in that way the Lord appears. In that way the Lord appears, um, and as Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, you are happily sleeping. Where Brahma is saying about that you are happily sleeping. Where? You are sleeping on an ocean. Yeah, ocean is not just very peaceful. It is violent waves of the ocean, and in the midst of that, you are laying on the snake bed in the violent waves of devastation with all the universes stationed within your abdomen. I am born from the lotus sprouted from your navel. Now, at the end of the night of devastation, after finishing your sleep, you open your eyes, which bloom like lotuses. So, here is the prayer that Brahma is offering, and usually when in ISKCON at the early morning before waking up the deities, these are the prayers that are also sung. Um, just like in Tirupati there is Suprabhata. Yeah. So Brahma is asking, empower me. You are empowered. Sorry, you endowed with six opulences. Please empower me so that I can create. I am also one of the surrendered souls. Protect me from false ego. Esha prapanna varado ramayatma saktya yat karishyati grihita vara guna vataraha. Tasmin sva vikramam idam shrujatopi cheto yunjita karma samalam cha yat tha vijahyam. And the prayer that is used here is 25th verse. Please wake up. In that, what he is saying is when Sosava Darbho Karuna Bhagavan Viruddha Prema Smritena Nayana Buruham Vijramban Uthaya Vishwa Vijaya Cha Vishadam Madhya Girapaneta Purusha Puranaha. This is what we say uh, when we before we enter the altar, before we even turn on the lamp inside. From outside, this is one of the prayers that is offered. The meaning of is, may the Lord, who is the supreme, the oldest and unlimitedly merciful, smilingly bestow his benediction by opening his lotus eyes. He can uplift the entire cosmic creation and dispel my sorrow by speaking his sweet directions. And then further, thus having prayed as far as his mind and words would permit, Brahma became silent as if tired from his activities of penance, knowledge, and meditation. And having thus the intention of Brahma understood, then the Lord, in a loud, what is it? In a deep, thoughtful words, removing the illusion, spoke, which we will cover tomorrow. Yeah, what Lord spoke to Lord Brahma. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Any quick thoughts? Kritika Mataji, Hare Krishna. Any thoughts? Anything? How was it? The prayers of Brahma, the original person, the first creature, sorry, first, what do you call,
Creator.
Adi Purusha of this universe. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji, for this wonderful recitation. So, Prabhuji, from our overall, the way Bhagavatam is told,
Mm-hmm.
because yesterday I was talking to Patrubhu also on this. Uh, so, before all the different leelas and different, the stories of the different, Avadara Purusha starts.
Mm-hmm.
First, it's about the creation. Okay, first we saw Parikshit Maharaj, uh, and then
Mm. Yeah.
departure of Krishna. So I'm not able to connect the overall
Yeah.
flow things. Prabhuji.
So when we are telling Sarga Visarga, when we are telling there is creation sub what do you call it? Sub Not subordinate. There is secondary. Okay, primary creation and secondary creation. Of course, when we are saying this is the order, and usually we also write, we wanted to know the source. So order is there. So when we talk, Parikshit Maharaj is asking, and mm, these are brought for us to establish the position of the Lord. We are not just directly exposed to the Lord's greatness to see His lotus face, but these first cantos are preparing us to appreciate the Lord in his greatness, grandeur. So for that, here we see that Brahma's, it's not a chronological history like Mahabharata or Ramayana. I don't know if that is your question. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji. So I'm not able to understand the sequence of.
Yeah.
I'm getting confused, yes, Prabhuji.
Here you just see it as a thematic rather than chronological Purana. So this means that to explain us relevant to the question and answers, yeah, whatever Vidura is asking or whatever Parikshit Maharaj is asking, so based on that, these are presented. Yeah, it's not like, okay, now first Brahma is creating, okay, then comes the next creation, then comes the next creation. It's not that. The main point here is to bring our the hearers' attention to the glories of the Lord and his devotees. For that, it's a chronic, I don't know, is it right? The chronicles of the Lord and his devotees. Yeah, you can see this like that.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hmm?
Okay, yes. So more like thematic sets the stage
Yeah,
before Lord
yeah.
comes in.
It's not like a sequential. Even later when we come to the 10th canto, also the leelas that are presented are not just like, okay, exactly following the order. There are also some um, which comes that Lord has done later is already spoken, because yeah, we are now sitting and kind of hearing, and where we are able to put things in sequence, but the one who is speaking, he speaks from bhav. It's not like, okay, he is having a book, he is going page by page and telling to Parikshit Maharaj.
Yes, Prabhuji. Got it. And Prabhuji, one last question. Shukadev Brahma, Shukadev Brahma is like, he's a sage with a parrot face, right, Prabhuji? Or,
Yeah. This parrot is no different from Radharani's parrot.
oh, okay.
So that's why we see the face
Oh, beautiful, Prabhuji.
for us to know.
Okay. So in your image behind Shukadev Brahma is the blue.
Yes. Hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. But here,
So in this, there, Shukadev Goswami.
Swami, yes.
Yeah.
But it's not
Yeah. Of
depicted
course.
in the parrot face, but
Yeah. It's not maybe. Yeah. I think this is what we see from the description that we went through in the Canto 1, right? So
mm,
Prabhupada disciples who have painted it,
yes,
they refer from the Srimad Bhagavatam.
yes,
Yeah. And of course, there is this reference of we saying Shuka is none other than the parrot. Yeah, is we get that understanding from the commentaries. So that way.
sure. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, then. Thank you very much, and have a nice evening. We will cover tomorrow the second part of this chapter. पंचकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। ग्रन्थराज श्रीमद्भागवतम की जय। प्रभुपाद की जय। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you.
हरे कृष्ण।
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.